In our previous video, Yosemite Colors make new original watercolors in hours, not days. We selected an existing artwork, did some traces, cleaned up the final ink pen drawing, had that art printed onto watercolor paper, and then had way too much fun painting this. And when you've printed out black art onto watercolor paper this way, you can paint them again, quite differently this time.
Hello, my name is Goodchap, James Goodchap. Welcome to my channel, Art Trails and Tales.
Alright, well today we're going to get into the smaller paintings. These are 3.5 inches square. I have to get smaller brushes out. So this is the printed line art printed out onto watercolor paper. This is 100% cotton, and that's a crow in the background. Oh, I love this paper. I'll put a link in the description. And there's a previous video to this. See all the pieces, how abstract they get. The whole essence is there. And that's the heart, very famous heart, halfway up El Capitan. And of course, Half Dome in the middle. Three Sisters, Washington Column, and Bridal Veil Falls. Kind of shunted around a little bit there. Took some artistic license. Art Moving Mountains. Let's get painting. This is going to be fun. Alright, we're going to throw ourselves right into the crazy deep end. Yeah, that's a little pool of pink here. And that's going in. And we're going to make this clean. We're going to make this happen just smooth across, non-stop. Yeah, details, you can't come back. Want an even coat, so I made a pool. Just keep moving. Keep that up there, you cannot let that settle. Here you go, it's a bit. Oh, here we go, come on, get that fucking in. Oops, pardon my French. See, now we gotta slow down a bit, we gotta keep this edge wet up here. Keep this wet down here. Can't let it settle on for a moment. It's warm and it's cast dry in the desert. This dries out so fast. Come on. See, ooh, almost blew it there. Alright, come on, just keep that line wet. The details. Keep that line wet, there it is. Bam. Come on, what are we doing? Don't mind a little bit of that pool. Keep this wet. No, that's a long time. I wish I had a smaller brush. I ain't got time to switch over. Gotta keep this wet. Keep this wet right here. Keep this wet. Keep that wet. Keep that wet. Keep that wet. We might be getting away with this. Ooh, nice. Even got a little gradation going on with a paper sloping. We'll live with that. Not live with it, we'll take that. I couldn't paint that good if I knew how to. There's a pink sky to start with. Should we do another one? Yeah. Alright, we're warmed up now, working much faster. My agency focused on design for print, and in the printing world they usually work with process colors, cyan, magenta, yellow and black. They get reds and oranges from mixing yellow, processed yellow with magenta, greens of all sorts, of course, from mixing yellow with blue, cyan, and cyan mixed with magenta will give you your purples. Well, I'm painting this painting today much in the same way, using just 3 colors: Opera Rose, Lemon Yellow, and Antwerp Blue. Why not? So right here you see us putting down some of the base colors. Lemon yellow going down first here, and then on top of that we put the blue. And here's where we get our greens. And it's a different kind of green, it's a deeper green because the lemon yellow is coming through, it's shining through the blue. That doesn't happen if you pre-mix your colors. Now here I'm putting lemon yellow over the top of the blue to get another kind of green, and then lemon yellow over the top of the pink. Opera Rose going in now over the lemon yellow to make this quite orange, quite bold. It does take a while, it takes a minute to get to this stage to have all the artwork prepared, but it's so worth it. This painting this way is so much fun. You can try out new things, switch it up. If you get too crazy, wild on yourself, it doesn't matter if you mess it up. Just half a sheet of paper, start another one. I call it watercolor painting with impunity. And when you get it right, you have another painting or two available for your collectors. When I sell one of these artworks, I simply paint another. They're all different and they're all original. In a couple of minutes, I'll show you what I did with this artwork on the computer, some digital design. Oh wow, what a delicious day of painting. I worked up the top painting a little more, got some lighting drama going on. Right then, so this graphic asset, as I'm so wont to name it, is Illustrator's vector file. So you don't have to do this for your painting processes, so you can just get a good clean copy and do as I've said in previous videos. So I'm going to do something digital today. As you may or may not know, I have a background in design, brand identity in particular, at an agency in Sacramento for the best part of 30 years, and it's still in me. So just click on a few colors here. I'll just share with you how fabulous and fun this process is. You click the individual pieces you want, and then I drop the tool and color. Oh, I can do this a lot quicker with two hands. You get the idea. This is a new environment. You really just don't know what's going to happen. For example, the pink around the outside, the artwork is connected to the outside piece. Can't separate, that's what I could. Maybe I will through that gap right there, look. See, that goes through, therefore you click on that to color it. You see, this is what we're going to do. We're going to play around with different backgrounds. Once I've got one colored, we'll do multiples. I'm seeing a set of 4. I gotta tell you, playing with vector art is brilliant good fun. We can make these files now as big as a building. This new art definitely needs to be painted bigger. Look how fresh and exciting this new color palette is. And these files are, as they call in the industry, all camera ready. So that's our journey today. Digital art, which started with a lovely pink sky watercolor, painted right after this original watercolor, painted on line art prints, made from 2 layers of traces of an earlier original pen and ink watercolor painting, from photographs and visits to the most spectacular valley on the planet, by this fella here.
And my goal is to, well, frankly, to connect with you and to engage in conversation. I move around. You may have questions about what I do. I certainly have. I'd love to know more about your art, if you do any art, or if you travel, or if you want to travel. Even then, especially then, I want to hear from you. And I'm here to do that with you as I travel, move around, and make paintings. I paint. I take photographs. And as a career brand identity designer, I also embark on graphic design projects from time to time. So kind of a nice collection of strings to the bow, a little bit different, a lot different in fact. And guess what that makes? That makes for different results. My paintings are influenced by my photographs lead the paintings, and the design is a way of condensing all of that. Photographs, landscape scene with thousands of trees, millions of trees and rocks, and condensing all of that into the essence of what I want to paint. So my branding is still going in the form of paintings, and you'll see it. So dig in to have a look at the work, and I'll catch you for a bit on the trail. All right, cheers.